everyone, and welcome to the Schwann Super Rink for CTN's live coverage of the 2010 Knights Cup Championship game between the Irondale Knights and the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro up above, and should be a very exciting contest tonight, Howie. Two undefeated teams.
Irondale coming in number 9 in the Metro, and these two teams got here. But last night Irondale took on Eden Prairie and beat them in a shootout, 4-4, but they did win that shootout. And then Coon Rapids came back and played Mounds View. They were trailing 2-1. They came back, got a goal to make it 3-2 with 11 seconds, 4 seconds remaining, and Mounds View tied it up. But the Cardinals, on a great goal by Daniel Abeco, won that game in overtime.
And we have a rare opportunity tonight. Two future Gophers facing off, and they'll do it from the opening puck drop.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting, and we've had the opportunity to watch Rachel Bonner so many years. She's been a fifth-year player, and certainly one of those Gopher recruits coming in. 5 goals, 3 assists on the season. She leads this team. She's so quick. She's so elusive, and the Knights are going to certainly want to be concerned about number 7. On the flip side, number 20 from Megan Lawrence for the Knights, and this is a game where Megan Lawrence played well last year and knocked the Cardinals out of the playoffs. 8 goals, 8 assists, another former Gopher. She is very good, and the Cardinals will have their work cut out watching number 20 tonight.
Yeah, Megan Lawrence definitely proved in the first couple of games this season that she could put the puck away. She had 3 goals in the first game of the year, 4 goals in the next, had an assist in each. She flipped those stats around in the second 2 games, had a goal and 3 assists, and then no goals in yesterday's win in the quarterfinals, but had 3 assists in the win over Mounds View.
Yeah, she has 4 points in each game that she's been playing in the 4th so far here for Irondale. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great match tonight, Joe.
Great game on tap. We'll take a short break and be back with the opening face-off. It's the 2010 Thanksgiving Tournament Irondale Cup right after this.
Okay, everyone, we have a lot to cover this morning. Tim should be here any second with the latest budget numbers to take us through the initial schedule for production and...
Ow. This is one way to avoid getting the H1N1 flu virus.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. All right, good morning. Let's get this meeting started.
For some better ways, visit flu.gov.
Anyone have a tissue?
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Here we go. What? What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
All the action, all the emotion, all the excitement. It's all here. Cardinal Sports Live on CTN. Be sure to watch CTN's live coverage of boys basketball as Coon Rapids takes on Forest Lake, only on cable channel 15. There she is, right in the middle. Number 7, Rachel Bana, and the Cardinals trying to stay undefeated, as are their opponents on the other side. There's a look at it. Megan Lawrence and Rachel Bana get it from the opening face-off. 2 future Gophers. Along with Bana, Michelle Harris and Chelsea Surt on the wings. Danny Lubejko and Sabrina Hertog getting the start at defense. Crystal Amenrud is in the nets. For the Knights, Megan Lawrence in the middle of Marie Petrangelo and Alex Topol. Megan Geary and Lindsay King are on the blue line, and Jillian McDonald will start in the nets. A very interesting little warm-up the Knights had as McDonald backed her way into the crease.
There you see head coach Jessica Christofferson. Of course, Jessica, her former player at Coon Rapids and first-year coach here for the Cardinals, and she's had her team start nicely at 3-0. And of course, her counterpart, a veteran at the 10 seasons here for Irondale, and that's Tom Rodefeld. And of course, we talked about this Knights team knocked the Coon Rapids Cardinals out of the section playoffs last season, so a little bit of revenge for these Cardinals,
or an attempt at such.
Yeah.
Lawrence and Bana, future teammates at the University of Minnesota, will face it off in a Turkey Cup championship on the line. And here's Lawrence right in on net, a shot up over the cage. You wanted action, you got it. Coon Rapids gave up one like that right off the winner. Here's Bana the other way, trying to get through, does, and a goal! And the Cardinals take a lead just 19 seconds into the game.
Wow, you talk about 2 superstars getting 2 chances. Well, the one for Irondale stoned at the one end, but Bana there to put the first goal in the game in for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are going to take a 1-0 lead. What a pretty goal by Rachel Bana. It looked like the puck was going to be taken off her stick, able to control it, and then she put it right in on goal.
She is so good at the toe drag. She uses it a lot. This time the defender gets a piece of it. She stays with it and then puts it 5-hole on McDonald, who was going down to butterfly, and the Cardinals on the board less than 30 seconds in. Irondale trying to set up in the Coon Rapids zone. Ammon will chase it behind her own net. Near side to get it around Lawrence. Ahead to Eng. In the center is Paskey. Brenna Paskey had it knocked off her stick by Nundahl. Knights trying to go the other way. That's broken up by Addie Rusk. Coon Rapids gets it back in. Cardinal fans want a penalty as their player was taken to the ice but won't get it. Wolter stops it up in center ice. Played in deep by Petrangelo. Knights getting a change. Wolter behind her own net. Wolter. Pass was in tight on Ammon. Buckley fans on the attempt to dump it in. Here's a turnover, and going the other way is Donovan. Knocked off her stick to the near side. Buckley plays it up the wing. Hanula can't get it. Played back in deep by Donovan. Around the other side is Schlegel. She'll carry, get it out to center ice. Bumped off the puck. It's knocked away from Tronson as well. Melissa Hansen along the boards for Irondale, getting it into the zone past Ammett. Ammett will play it around behind for Schlegel. Quickly ahead for Buckley. Buckley through center. And now Hanula plays it into the zone. Carried out, but to Kanik. Bana bothers her, knocks it off her stick. Ammett in her own zone. Playing it up the board. Surt can't get there in time, but does knock it down off the stick of DeCanic. Played along the boards now by Coon Rapids. Ammon ahead to Surt. She's stick checked off it by Donovan. group of Knights at center ice. Spinning to her knees is Sam Donovan. No call, going the other way. Here's Schlegel dangling a little bit, but then lost her feet. Into the corner goes the puck. Lawrence takes it around in front of Bana. Bana trying to track her down, bothering her a little bit. Lawrence getting around the defense. She's going to draw the penalty. It's going to be on Hertog. Lebenko bumps her off the puck. Lawrence stays with it, tries the wraparound. That doesn't connect. Harris touches the puck, and we'll have the first penalty of the game. It goes against Coon Rapids. It'll be called the hook, and Irondale will go on the power play. Just 2 minutes and 36 seconds in.
There's been a lot of action in this game so far, and one of the things that Coach Christopherson talked to us about is the fact she wanted to get a quick start, and they did. Cardinals up 1-0. Coach Rodefeld told me also as well, there's team speed for Coon Rapids. They have to be very, very concerned about. Cannot get them on the outside. Got to keep them to the outside and also keep them in front.
Lebenko playing it deeper to the corner. It was Donovan coming down the wing, kind of got rubbed off it by the official. But here's Donovan circling along the midboard. Bothered by Lebenko. Her pass out front, broken up by Wolter. Cleared down ice by Brenna Paskey.
A smart play by Paskey. You get the puck down and take a little time off the clock. And Coach Christopherson said a little bit too many penalties last night. And they're going to get their penalty kill unit tested here early on.
Coon Rapids has speed, but so does Megan Lawrence. She's already proved that. Coon Rapids able to keep her to the board and turn it around, and here's Bana. Short-handed. In one-on-one on King. Tried the toe drag again. McDonald comes over to help out because she got past King and was about to make it her second of the night. Geary playing it up the wall. Coon Rapids getting a partial change. Bana. Stick handling, now flips it into the zone. Geary flips it back up the board to McDonald, or to Donovan rather. Donovan near side for King. Gets it into the Coon Rapids zone. Wolter will play it back down to the Irondale net, and Geary up the boards for Hansen. She's tied up there with Michelle Harris. Eng able to poke it back into the Irondale end. Geary will go back up. That puck bounces around a little bit. And Ammon able to get it back into the Knights' end. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Skips away from Donovan. Donovan through center into the zone. Winds, fires. High off the shoulder. Got behind the keeper, Crystal Ammonrud. But a quick move by Ammon made sure it wasn't going to get into the net. And that'll do it for the Irondale power play. A very fast start to this game. We're not quite 5 minutes in.
Yeah, and a nice job by the penalty kill unit for Coon Rapids to kill that one off. And Irondale had a couple of chances, not able to convert.
Forced out of the zone, played right back in by Buckley. Geary behind her own net now. High off the glass and all the way down. That should be icing. And we'll have a face-off in the Irondale end.
Well, this Coon Rapids team has played 3 different teams and found 3 different ways to win. As we're going to see that last shot on the power power play. Look at
it goes up over the cage. Ammon, I don't know that it would have gone in. It might have been trickling wide, but Ammonrud thought she had caught that against her shoulder, and it skipped behind her. Quick thinking by Ammon. Takanik able to take it away in the corner, playing it up the board, stopped up by the Cardinals. Sert trying to play it, but a little bit behind Bana. Rachel Stimler to center. Stopped up by Hertog. Hertog back up the boards for Bana. Gets it to Sert. Goes on through to Nundahl, who plays it off the far board. Here, Lawrence getting her way in. A high shot blocker saved by Ammonrud. Lawrence stayed with it, got another shot around the near side.
Oh, she is so determined to get that puck in the net.
Lawrence circling just inside her own blue line. Cardinals on a change. She just puts this one in deep and gets off the ice herself. She knows she's got to be fresh the next time number 7 hits the ice in red. Nice long rush for Schlegel. A shot up high. Bouncing puck. Rust had a chance at it. Schlegel, just a freshman, proved the other night she is already an accomplished varsity player, a hat trick in the 6-1 win over Andover.
It's a lot of experience from last year's squad that allowed her to blossom into a very, very good hockey player. A lot of a mixture of experience and youth on this Cardinal team.
Dangerous tie-up in front of the Coon Rapids bench as they were getting a line change, but no infraction for too many players on the ice as Lebeco circles in the corner, now plays it back around for Ammon. Had quick pass from Bonta to Harris, didn't click, played back into the Coon Rapids end. Ammon, long cross-ice look for Surt, got it to Bonta with speed, into the zone, a shot blocker saved by McDonald.
Such nice moves around the defender. Again, gets a good shot, a clean shot on goal.
Petrangelo ahead for Lawrence. Lawrence uses Bonta as a screen to get off a good shot, but a glove save by Amadou.
Well, yeah, I talked to Coach Gustafsson about Crystal Amadou's performance last night, and she said it wasn't her strongest of the season so far, but it was good. It was good to show that some of the other players on the team that even if she has an off night, they still can come away with a victory.
Well, she was very good in each of her first two games.
Exactly.
Having shutouts into the late part of the third period, I think against Andover, it came with about 2 minutes left, and it was an even shorter amount of time in the win over Champlain Park in the season opener. Marie Henches plays it back behind and gives chase, just a 7th grader on the varsity squad for Irondale.
Coach Rodefeld says he has a very young squad, and decision-making is going to be very important here tonight for his team.
Hertog plays it in deep for Coon Rapids. Behind the net goes Decanic. Up the boards too far in front of Henches. Played back in deep by Hertog. Near side now, Addie Rust giving chase for the Cardinals. Tough to see past the student section. Schlegel back deep into the corner. Paskey had it momentarily behind the net to Kanik. And Hanula playing it. Hanula back out to Schlegel. Winds, shoots wide. Off the back end, boards. Hertog touched it. Quick shot by Buckley goes wide. Hanula in the corner along with Takanik. Tronson in to help out. Comes away with the puck. Hanula bothered by Takanik. Back up the boards trying to get it to Tronson. Schlegel steps up to keep it in. Schlegel had her stick tapped as she was trying to get that shot off, and it went wide. Here's Henches. Got off her stick. Hertog plays it back in. Tired legs for the Knights. Decanic and company have been in their own end a long time. They get it ahead to Lawrence, who plays it down deep. Hertog will recover behind her own net. Good line change for the Knights. Harris couldn't catch up with that pass. It'll be icing against Coon Rapids.
And that might be a nice break for the Knights, as you mentioned. Some weary legs here later, midway through this first period. This is non-stop action for both of these teams, and the Cardinals putting a lot of pressure on the Knight net.
Last couple minutes, they've been able to keep the Knights bottled up inside their own blue line quite effectively. And a long shift for Lawrence means Bonta is out there, and Lawrence is getting a break. Shot off the faceoff is blocked. Surt trying to get it out of the zone, comes loose to Ammon. A pass behind Harris. Off the far boards, picked up by Geary and played in. Around to the near side. Hanson will pick it up for the Knights and carry it into the corner. Bumped a little bit by Bonta, leaves it off there. Wolter able to come away with it, got it to Bonta off the glass and out to center. Played back in by Geary. Ammon behind her own net. Knights trying to keep the Cardinals bottled up a little bit here. Harris's pass is broken up by Donovan. Donovan carries it in deep around Ammon. Trying to get back out front. Bonta steals the puck away. Bonta will lead a 3-on-2 to center. Pass is well behind Paskey. That'll be another icing call. And now it's Bonta that has to leave the ice after a shift. And here comes Megan Lawrence with a face-off at the Coon Rapids end.
Yeah, defensively, Coon Rapids just have to make sure they know where number 20 is on the ice. And she's very, very elusive and very good hands around the net.
She'll face off against Addie Russ to the left of Amanrud. Tied up, played out front, little backhand, not a whole lot on it from Stimler. And Amanrud easily covers up. 6:45 to play first period.
Yeah, she fanned on that or hit the ice a little bit before she was able to make contact with the puck. And as you mentioned, just kind of weakly went into Amanrud.
Rust able to poke that one behind Lawrence, but Lawrence gets it off the faceoff, turns and shoots into traffic. Paskey will recover for Coon Rapids, bothered by Petrangelo. Loose puck picked up by Lebeco. Lebeco trying to start things from her own end. Got it tied up, plays it out to center behind Paskey. Picked up by Lawrence, taken away by Rust at center ice. Nundahl tied up at the blue line. Lawrence will recover in the zone, taken off her stick by Schlegel, but hauled down by Rust, and another Coon Rapids penalty will put the Knights back on the power play.
Pressure defensively for Coon Rapids to keep Megan Lawrence away from the front of the net, and that time Russ is going to bring her down, and the Cardinals will go on their second penalty kill, or the second power play opportunity for the Knights. Knights not able to capitalize the first time. We'll see if Irondale has an opportunity to knot it up here with 6:15 remaining in the first.
Bana pushed out of the circle, so Harris will line up against Lawrence. Face off to the right of Amanrud. A fresh 2-minute power play on the board for the Knights. Draw one to Donovan. Donovan circles, looks out to the blue line. Now we'll play it across. That pass tipped away by Hertog, played back in by Geary. Hertog had a stick on it again. Here's Lawrence playing it across through the slot, but no Knights could get sticks on it. There were a couple of girls in the vicinity. Cross-ice pass, the shot, and the goal for Megan Lawrence.
Now they set it up perfectly. Lawrence was out alone on the wing. A defender could not come over and cover, and she puts a slap shot right through past Crystal Amanrud, and we are tied at 1, and the Knights do make good on their second power play opportunity of the evening. See it again, and there's the pass, and Lawrence is right there.
A power play goal for Megan Lawrence, and we're tied with 5:50 to play in the period. Russ ties up off the draw, but played in by Topol as she squeezed to the wall by Paskey. Lawrence recovers in the corner, carries behind. Rust able to knock it off her stick. She recovers, plays it, skates around. Top of the circle is shot up over the net. Eng will recover off the end boards. Plays it ahead to Paskey at center. It kind of got between her stick and skates. Geary tracks it down in the corner. She goes in hard, no call. Lawrence at center ice will dump it in deep. She'll get a line change. Hammond up the near side. Carries into the zone. Lost the handle. Plays it back behind the net. Tronson is there, knocked off her stick. Geary will play it around the far boards. Hammond stops it up at the blue line. Back up the boards. Handela can't get to it. Kind of tied up in traffic along that board. Tronson finally controls. Played back in. Right back out by King. Lindsey King across the blue line. She loses the handle. Lebeco there to pressure. Lebeco with the takeaway behind. Has a little bit of time. Gets it to Bana, tied up by the official a little bit. Bana back behind for Lebeco. Lebeco will circle. Back behind for Schlegel. Bana had it skip off of her stick. Stopped up by Sutton, who carries back in. Nice little move to find some room. Backhand, poke to the corner by Amanrud. Lebeco pushing it ahead. Bana can't control. Turning around is Hansen. She'll shoot just wide. Lebeco off the end board. She can tell she's tired as she flips it ahead, trying to get it to Surt. Momentum swinging back and forth in an all-action first period tie game with 3:40 to play, as Irondale has just had Coon Rapids tied up in their own end for a while, now getting a line change. Schlegel will skate to center. Slowed up, throws it in on a backhand. Now Coon Rapids gets a line change, or finishes their line change. Lawrence trying to get through a couple of defenders. The puck slides weakly in on Amundsen, and she'll hold for the faceoff. 8 shots on goal for the Knights, 3 for Coon Rapids.
The Cardinals outshot in their first 2 games, had the shot advantage last evening, but you saw Cardinals bring a lot of the action early in this period, and now the Knights are bringing the action down in the Cardinal ends here towards the end of this first period. The Cardinals having a difficult time defensively getting their puck out of their own zone.
Well, the penalty kill for Coon Rapids was very strong. Up until
the goal.
Well, through the first couple of games, their power play, it certainly got tested against Andover with 13 shorthanded times, a lot of 5-on-3. Coon Rapids playing it in deep. Stopped up by Harris in the corner, trying to get it out front. Fanning on it was Surt. Played back to the corner by Jiri. Harris recovers, poked off her stick. And now trying to poke it past was Jiri, right to Bana though. Bana trying to wiggle her way out front. Shot off the side, plays it out front. Harris can't get a stick to it. Getting it out to center ice is Topol. But Coon Rapids now able to play it back in. King in the corner. Takeaway, and walking out was Bana. Couldn't quite get the shot on goal. Jiri plays it behind, too hard for King, but flipped out of the zone and all the way down right in on Amundsen. Stopped up by Ammon. Hammond plays it in. DeCanic will circle in the corner. Poked to center by Lawrence. Harris will play it in deep for the Cardinals. Played up the boards. Schlegel with it. Long pass to Eng near center ice. Eng taking off the puck, played ahead by DeCanic. Here's Lawrence. Lebeco got a piece of her stick as she was trying to shoot, and it went wide. Schlegel plays it back behind for Lebeco. Under a minute to play. Up the boards. Eng finally able to control for Coon Rapids. Taken off her stick by DeCanic, who plays it in deep. 2 pretty tired teams after a very fast first period here. This Knights Cup Championship. Lawrence with the takeaway momentarily just inside the blue line. Lebeco high off the cage, back out to center. Stopped up there by Donovan and played in behind. Schlegel has it. She'll fire at the length of the ice, and the Cardinals will have a face-off in their zone with 7 seconds remaining. Both teams seeing goals late in periods in yesterday's quarterfinal round of this Knights Cup. And here are Lawrence and Bana at the face-off dot. Lawrence forces it toward the net, picked up by Wolter and played to the blue line. Harris will force it out of the zone. And that'll do it for period number 1. Coon Rapids scores early, but Irondale answers on the power play. It's a 1-1 tie as we reach the first intermission. We'll be right back with reaction from Coon Rapids coach Jessica Christofferson right after this.
I understand you need a little help with your mortgage. Want to avoid foreclosure. Candy? Well, you know, you're in luck. We're experts in this sort of thing. Mortgage, rigmarole, whatnot. Why don't we get a contract? Who wants a contract?
Here you go, Pete.
Thanks, Betty.
Write a toner.
If you're facing foreclosure, talk to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE.
I'm home, and I love it. I'm home, where I belong.
It's always nice to come home, but many Americans are at risk of foreclosure and losing their homes. Making home affordable from the U.S. government has already helped over 1 million struggling homeowners like these. The sooner you act, the better chance we can help you.
I'm home where I belong.
Welcome back to the Schwann Super Week, where you're watching live coverage of CTN's presentation of girls high school hockey. We've played one period of hockey and we're tied up at 1. I'm here with head coach Jessica Christofferson. And Jessica, I thought your team came out and they played real well in the beginning. They were real active, and then Irondale kind of went back and took the last half of that first period back. Just a little bit of your thoughts on how your squad played in that first period.
Well, that's exactly it. We talk about playing our level, maintaining the puck in our zone, bottling up in their end. I don't think they're very good defensively, and we did just that. We unfortunately let them control it, and we're running around, we're not catching passes, and we just don't have our composure at all right now.
You guys are being outshot 8-3. You've been outshot in your first 2 games. I think you won the shot advantage last night. Talk about some of the things you're going to speak to your girls about here in the second period.
Well, again, we've got to maintain control in their own end. We've got to get down there and get our forecheck going and get some pucks on this kid. We haven't tested her at all. We put our first shot on goal in the net, and then we couldn't get anything going after that. So that's the biggest thing, is just settle down. There's a lot of emotions involved, and we just need our kids to play their game.
And I also think keeping an eye on number 20, she's very active in front of the net, very nice shot. Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Well, we're giving her way too much time and space, for one thing, and if you're going to do that, she's going to beat you. So we've got to get a body on her all the time and really just, not allow her to stick handle at all.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second. We're going to take a quick break and be back with stats and highlights right after this.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Currently, more than 20 million Pakistanis have been affected by the worst natural disaster in Pakistan's history. The pictures we see coming out of Pakistan are painful images of human suffering at its worst. Americans have always shown great generosity to others facing crises around the world. And I call on you to do what you can.
Oh, this isn't good. I was a gift from him to her. I'm going to the animal shelter, which isn't necessarily bad. I just hate the stigma associated with shelter pets. People will think I bite or that I spray everywhere. They're the ones with problems. I'm totally fine. Adopt me, you'll see. I'm gonna go pack.
I can't even believe you! And she has a mustache!
Mark! Anna! Ooh! Hey, forgot your lunch.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
When you watch CTN News, you'll notice we're different. It's about the people, the places, the stories that affect your life.
We're local. We focus on the local communities, the local issues, and the local stories.
They're the stories that impact you, the stories you won't find anywhere else.
It's the people, the places, and the events that make CTN so interesting.
It's about connecting you to your community, one story at a time.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, it's first intermission of this 2010 Knights Cup Championship game. Irondale and Coon Rapids all knotted up, and a goal apiece. Just 19 seconds into the game, Rachel Bonner gets loose for the Cardinals, gets through a stick check and puts it 5-hole. But the Knights came back and put some good pressure on, had the Cardinals running a bit, as Coach Christopherson talked about, and then tied it up on the power play. Both Bonner and Lawrence have been the big guns for their teams. Lawrence getting the power play goal, just a one-timer off the pass from Sutton. And that came just 15 seconds into, or 20 seconds into that power play.
We talked about it, shots being outshot are the Cardinals 8-3. There you see the score tied up at 1. A couple of power play opportunities for Irondale. So far, nothing for Coon Rapids and Joe. And we talked about with Coach Christopherson is really not giving Megan Lawrence space and not letting her get a shot off. And she's had a few opportunities here.
A very fast first period, a lot of action end to end. Both of those stars are bound to get more opportunities in the periods to come. We'll take another short break and be back with the second period from the Schwann Super Rink right after this.
Come on.
How you feel? How you feel?
I'm feeling good. Spin me, spin me.
Got you.
Oh, goodness.
I hope you find a home. I hope you find a home. Hey, maybe you'll be picked next. Maybe you'll be picked next. We've been caged together too long. We've been caged together too long. How come nobody ever picks me? Maybe they're looking for somebody different. Pick me. Well, the shelter's closing up for another day. We didn't get picked. I know. Tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
When every moment matters and a life is saved. When someone gives blood. When a hand reaches out. That moment when heartbreak turns to hope. You're there through the American Red Cross. Down the street, across the country, around the world. You help save the day. Every day. You can help today. Support your local Red Cross.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink. Number 5, home of the Bethel Royals tonight, home of the 2010 Irondale Thanksgiving Tournament. The
Night Cup, yeah, very nice.
Championship game of said tournament.
Eden Prairie won the third place game 6-4 over Mountain View earlier, just before this contest. These two teams would like to take home the hardware.
Megan Lawrence, a power play goal to even things up. A little more than 5 minutes, a little less than 6 minutes remaining in that first period on the power play, and there you go. Miss Hockey.
I'm sure she'll be a finalist.
Question mark. On her pace, 9 goals, 8 assists.
Not bad through. Well, this was their 5th game.
4 goals in 1 period, or 4 games in 1 period. But I love it. Perfect balance, 8 for 8, and obviously she'd like to be a finalist in that category as well.
Absolutely.
Off to a pretty nice start
6 goals
here this season as well. 6 goals and
3 assists.
In her 4th game.
Not a bad start for either one of those two young ladies.
And there they are, 2 future Gophers once again meeting at center ice as we get the second period underway. Bonna plays it back to LeBeco. Pass ahead was broken up by Stimler. Coon Rapids able to get it into the zone though. Surt rubbed by Stimler, carries behind, long pass all the way through the zone. Played back in deep. And now Surt tied up along the boards. Puck comes loose. Lawrence had a piece of it. Stimler trying to get it back to Lawrence. Lawrence going to use her speed and try and get in. Her pass attempt out front, broken up by LeBeco.
Oh, she is
fast.
fast.
The net for Bonna. Bonna looks up ice. Skips off Harris's stick into the zone. Jerry plays it right back out. Stimler couldn't control. Bonna trying to get past Rogg. Lawrence recovers the loose puck. Plays it ahead, skips off the stick of Rogg. Now LeBeco controls in the Coon Rapids end. Up the board for Harris. Harris will just dump it in deep. Coon Rapids getting a line change. King behind her own net. Long pass, tip to center. LeBeco plays it back up the board. Lawrence will play it in deep, and the Knights will get a line change. Hammond recovering behind her own net. Played off the near board. Paskey had it skip away from her, tipped off her stick by DeCannick. Now played back into the Coon Rapids end by Topol. Hammond circling. Steps around Topol, but lost the puck. Paskey. Her pass broken up by Sutton. Puck changing hands back and forth. Finally played in deep. And Ang will stop it up for the Cardinals. Sutton trying to carry it around Buckley, but lost the handle. Dump back in by Tronson, right back to center by DeCannick. Wolter just inside her own blue line. Off her stick, Canula plays it in deep. Tronson trying to walk out of the corner. Pressured by Nundahl. Tied up along the corner. Hanula playing his stick in there as well. Comes free to Topol, who plays it to center. Stopped up by Hertog, right back to Topol. Topol into the Cardinal end. Shot was going wide, poked behind. Hertog recovers. Hertog with speed to center. She'll dump it in deep. Irondale plays it back out. Schlegel waiting for help. Waiting for her team to clear. Harris pokes it into the corner to Surt, trying to play it back out front. Harris flips it toward the net. McDonald will cover it up.
And the Cardinal fans calling for a penalty there. As,
Not going to get one.
No, Surt dumped to the ice.
The
was it right there.
That was probably should have been a run.
Yeah,
it was on Megan Lawrence.
Yeah, and they she gave her a pretty good shove, but got away with it.
Quick shot on goal by Harris, the Cardinals' first of this period. Played to the blue line, but kept in by Schlegel. Bonna walking in, short angle shot. McDonald able to hold on for the face-off.
A nice move getting around the defender and then just putting a shot in on goal. And anytime she gets an opportunity to put that puck in the net, she's there to take advantage of it. That time McDonald, as you mentioned, coming up with a save. You see it right there. She's trying to poke it through.
Had a Redo on the face-off. Somebody jumped. Lawrence called out. And Topel in there against Bana. Played back to Schlegel. Harris gets it to Bana. Sends it through the crease. Covered in the corner by King. Up the boards. Stopped up by Hertog. Harris flips it up the board. Cert gets it in. And behind the net, Jerry pressured by Harris. Harris causes the turnover. Out to Schlegel. This shot through traffic. And holding on is McDonald.
Oh, she just cleared it. She just cleared it. She didn't hold on to the puck. They're continuing to let it play.
Played all the way in on Amanud, and she's going to cover up and get a face-off.
Well, the Cardinals getting a little bit of early pressure. Looks like they've had 4 shots on goal here in this period, trailing now four, trailing 8-7. I know that's what Coach Christopherson talked about, getting some opportunities, get the puck on net.
Nice drive by Eng to get to the puck, and here's Paskey. She's got speed behind the defense, a shot to goal! The Cardinals go in the end in 5 seconds and take the lead 2-1.
We talked about team speed. That was one of the things head coach Tom Rodefeld said, that the Cardinals have speed, and Paskey has some wheels, and she's able to get around and put that puck in the net, and the Cardinals with the 2-1 lead.
Brenna Paskey, Jordan Eng off the draw, jumped to the puck and quickly got it to Eng, and it was just Eng flying end to end. No one was going to catch her. Good quick shot under the arm of Jillian McDonald. And the Cardinals have jumped in front 2-1. Paskey behind the net trying to get it to Addie Rust.
That's Brenna's second goal, Joe, of the year.
Had one against Andover, also on a breakaway thanks to her speed. Knight's able to get it into the zone. Danny LeBecchio stops in the corner. Nice little spin move and a good shot in tight and a poke and a goal. Melissa Hansen off of the scrum, able to tie it back up.
Well, it looked like that time Amber was sprawled for that puck, and she wasn't able to control it, wasn't able to get positioned back in front of the net. And Hansen from the ice.
Nice job playing it back to Sutton. Had a great chance, and then the loose puck, and on the ice, Melissa Hansen pokes it in.
Now quickly, the Knights tie this one up. Cardinals didn't hold that lead very long.
39 seconds exactly. Wolter plays it in deep to the Irondale end. That was the first 2 shots of the period for the Knights. A rebound goal from the ice for Melissa Hansen. Megan Lawrence recovering along the near boards. And will skate it to center. Lawrence poked away by Bana. Jerry plays it in deep to the Coon Rapids end. Wolter behind her own net. Pressured there by Topel, able to walk around her. Gets to the red line, dumps it in deep. King will recover behind the net. Eng stops it up along the near corner. Tied up there. Bana comes away with it. Bana out to Hertog at the point. She'll shoot. That's kicked away by Lawrence to the corner. Lawrence pressured by Haskey from behind. Stops up and is just going to ice this one. She wants to get off the ice and wants to keep the Cardinals from building pressure in her defensive end.
That was an important quick goal for Irondale because the Cardinals grabbed that momentum right back, and the Knights did a nice job, and that goal by Hansen from the ice knotted it up at 2 and took that momentum right away from Coon Rapids. Cardinals trying to see what they can do now down in the Knights' end.
Johnson able to win the draw. Hertog shot kicked away out front. Hanula with an opportunity, a great save. Puck is loose, comes free to Hertog. She'll shoot up high over the net. Covered off the end board by DeCannick. She gets it out to center ice for Stimler. Stimler will play it in around behind the Coon Rapids goal. Hertog plays it up the boards, kept in at the blue line. Tronson able to get it out. Stimler plays it right back in. Hammond behind her own net. Hanula. Backhanded pass gets through to Tori Buckley, but quickly knocked off her stick. Played back out of the zone by DeCannick. Hertog can't keep it in. DeCannick again, up the boards. Hertog will go to the opposite board, and that'll be icing. 10-16 to play. Second period. All tied at 2.
Well, Joe, this game is definitely has advertised two very good hockey teams going back and forth.
And the marquee matchup at the dot again. Megan Lawrence for the Knights, Rachel Bonner for the Cardinals. Bonner wins the draw. Lebanco playing it up the boards, but Lawrence able to stop it up. Lawrence trying to get in, his shot, a toe save. And a bouncing puck cleared to the corner. Paskey trying to get it away from the pressure. Played back in by Petrangelo. Puck comes free to Bonner. Bonner will skate to center. Trying to send it out front. Paskey couldn't get a stick on it. She was tied up. Lawrence recovers in the corner. She's being pressured by Rust. Kicks it back to King. King has a little space. Now taken away by Buckley. Rust is there to get the puck. Rust plays it out front. A backhand chance is knocked out. Wolter. Her shot stopped up by Lawrence. Lawrence will carry to center. Megan Lawrence walked into a wall named Katie Wolter.
Not going to be easy getting around her.
Well, Lawrence was tired, you could tell, because she wasn't using that speed we've seen from her so far tonight.
Oh, she pulled up a little.
And she tried to toe drag and take it across in front of Wolter. Wolter just stood her ground. Did not finish the check. Had she pushed her arms away, she would have got a penalty. But instead, she just stood her ground. Much bigger player, and so that's why no call. Hanula along the far boards has it taken off her stick by Hansen. Tronson plays it out to center where DeCannick is waiting. DeCannick, cross ice, tipped up and into the stands, and a souvenir for a Coon Rapids fan.
We'll see it right there.
Look at it.
Yeah, she did a great job of holding her ground.
Yep, brought her arms up to defend herself, but kept them in close to her body to avoid getting called for the check. And again, the refs have really let a lot of stuff go. Only 2 penalties called so far in this game, both against Coon Rapids in the first period.
Well, Joe, being the hockey aficionado that you are, do you foresee a time where you see a little more hitting in girls hockey? Because a lot of girls, they hold up. It's
right
physical
in
as
on
it is.
Amanrud off the draw, and she's able to cover up. Has a nasty look for Megan Lawrence, who took a swipe at her once she covered it. Still staring her down from her crease. Lawrence will line up against Bono this time. Bonner able to win the draw into the corner for Schlegel. Schlegel up the boards. Bouncing puck. Settled by Surt, who gets it ahead. Lawrence had her stick pulled up so Bonner can take it around the defender. Walking in up front. A great save by McDonald. Sliding across to rob Michelle Harris point blank. Lawrence racing to the other end. She's forced around behind and taken off the puck. Played through center by Schlegel. Icing waved off. McDonald will play it out to the boards. Harris lost her edge. Still fighting for the puck. Comes loose to Bonner walking in. Tipped off her stick by DeCannick. Some bumping along the wall, but puck played out to neutral ice. Played right back in. Paskey causing some troubles, and almost a turnover there right in front of the Irondale cage. Eng stops it up just outside the blue line, forcing it back in. Now Eng trying to walk it out front. Kind of fanned on a shot attempt, taken away by DeCannick, who plays it to center. Hammett across to Schlegel at the Coon Rapids blue. She'll get to the red line and dump it in. Rust giving chase behind Nundahl. Able to take it away, play it behind for Eng. Eng trying to center. That's stopped up by DeCannick, who gets it ahead for the 7th grader, Maddie Henches. Henches to center. Will play it in around Hertog. LeBeko will recover behind her own net. Pressured by Henches, just enough to cough up the puck. Henches plays it out front, and Sutton couldn't get a stick on it. Eng will play it back behind. Around the boards for Hanula. Gets it up to the blue line, but stopped up by Hansen. Hertog sending it out to center ice. Geary at the red line. Dumps it in deep. LeBeko. Pass does not click with Hanula, and that'll be icing. And Coon Rapids starting to run a little bit in their own zone. Irondale had just put a fresh line on the ice, so maybe a good whistle and a chance for Coon Rapids to get some fresh legs out there. 6:16 to play in period number 2.
Oh, the action is fast and furious, Joe, and both teams doing a nice job when they're in their opponent's end.
Bana able to win the draw. And LeBeko plays it around to Surt. Petrangelo causing troubles. And now Bana with the steal from Lawrence. She's on the race around Geary. Lawrence coming in behind, going to trip her up. And that'll get the penalty as Bana goes sliding in, and they're going to give her a penalty shot.
Wow.
Penalty shot coming up with 5:57 to play in the second. A great job. Rachel Bana took that right off the stick of Megan Lawrence, raced around the defenders to the other end. Lawrence used her speed to catch back up and did what she knew she had to do. This is a good penalty, taken right off her stick. And Geary's just not going to catch Rachel Bana. Lawrence does a little late.
Yeah,
and, the power play, or the penalty shot.
We'll see it again, and again, you mentioned it, a good penalty by Lawrence.
Bana in on McDonald. Goes to her forehand, and McDonald makes the save.
It turns out to be a very good penalty because you take what could have been a goal away on the breakaway, and then you give a penalty shot, and McDonald comes up big with that save on Rachel Bana. And Megan Lawrence is the first one over McDonald to congratulate. You see it again.
To thank her.
Yeah. And there she gets the pad on the puck.
And yeah, so the penalty shot call maybe a fortunate thing for the Knights because they had to take a penalty and they won't go shorthanded thanks to their keeper. The game's still tied at 2. Lawrence getting it ahead to Petrangelo. Petrangelo taking it wide, trying to poke it past Schlegel, covered up by Amundrud.
Oh, you talk about some good action here this evening. A couple of nice saves by McDonald this period. One on that crossover from Bana, robbing Michelle Harris, and then on that penalty shot.
Lawrence trying to get right to the net. The shot attempt by Stimler is blocked. Russ carries to center. She's taken to the ice, but that's the first one. I mean, they're letting them play. But
they are letting them play.
That was a trip.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah.
And
it was right in front of the official.
There's a chance for Surt trying to walk out front. A backhand back to the short side, just missed wide. Shot from the boards by Wolter, covered up by Jillian McDonald.
Well, go back to my question. Do you see eventually in high school girls hockey a little more hitting, a little more checking involved?
But when it was originally, I mean, they do let them play much more physically now. Will they allow checking? I don't think so. In the early days of girls high school, Surt trying to play it out front, broken up. Well, Bako through traffic, good screen by Surt. Another chance by Harris. There was such a difference between the good players and the not so good players that you really couldn't allow checking. But you know,
game's changed quite a bit.
The game has changed a lot in the 14 years we've been doing this. It has changed a lot. LeBeko fires it down. Geary sends it. Tried to send it back out to center. Stopped up by Harris. Surt now with it. Trying to center. Broken up. Sutton recovers behind the net. Ahead for Petrangelo. And here's a 2-on-1 for Irondale. Sutton will take the shot. Glove save by Crystal Amundrud. She took that one right off the cage. That's how you keep your eye on it, keeper.
Yeah, look it right into your cage. And just a great job of controlling that puck because there was a trailer there. If that come off a rebound, there's a very good shot. that may have been a goal.
Face off to the left of Crystal Amanrud. Tronson able to beat Lawrence on the draw, but Lawrence recovers the loose puck. Lawrence trying to circle. Tronson doing a nice job of forcing her out, trying to center it. That's stopped up. Behind the net goes Topol. Squeezed to the boards by Wolter. A scrum behind the net, sticks and skates kicking at the puck, finally stopped up. 3:58 to go in the second.
Well, towards the end of that first period, the Cardinals were having a difficult time getting the puck out of their end here. Irondale trying to duplicate that situation.
Off the draw, Paskey able to force it to center. Here's Eng picking up, cuts across, a shot, not a lot on it. Played into the corner by McDonald. Zakanic pressured by Paskey, coughs it up. Eng had a stick on it. Played up the near board for Topol. Ahead to Lawrence. Lawrence going around Hertog. Wolter there to slow her up. Paskey there as well. Good backup defense. Good team defense by Coon Rapids.
Yeah, there was a good.
Lawrence tried to go around the corner.
Yep.
She's got the speed to do it, but she got around Hertog, and there was Wolter. Didn't hit her, but made her adjust her route. Slowed her down a little more, and right behind her was Paskey. She went around two, couldn't get around the third. Good team defense by the girls in red. Played out front, and Hertog had the first player tied up, and Amher dives on it before, I think it might have been Sutton, or
it was Donovan.
Sam Donovan, who was coming in. Here's Donovan just outside the blue line, carries into the corner. Schlegel poking at it, comes free behind the net, picked up by Ammon. Up the board for Sert. Sert gets it out to center, stopped up and sent back in by King. Ammon out to Sert near center ice again. Ahead for Bonna. Bonna will cut cross into the zone, tipped off her stick for right to Harris. Back to Bonna, in her skates, recovers, trying to shoot through traffic, stopped up by King, played behind now. Into the near corner, Geary fighting with the stick as Sert gets it to the line, but kept in by Schlegel. That shot hit traffic, still bouncing around out front. Bonna had a stick on it, sent it toward the Irondale net. Donovan was there and played toward the goal by Sert, covering up as McDonald, but the clock's still ticking.
2:02 remaining. You're going to see the action again.
It was 2:07, but 5 seconds just ticked away there.
You see the action in front, and at this point, the goaltender has to make sure they cover up the puck, and if they do so, they take the face-off because there's so much action around the net.
Toronto won the draw again, but Lawrence able to get the loose puck, skate to the other end, goes to the backhand and misses wide. Circles out front, gets off a good shot, blocker saved by Amanrud. Played in deep, Schlegel behind her own net. He's just going to ice the puck.
Ices it with 1:33 remaining in the second period. Neither one of these teams definitely able to take control. When one scores, the other comes back and evens it up. And we'll be talking to that man right after this period to get his thoughts on his squad's play through too.
Lebeco skating behind the net, stops up to get away from Topol, plays it back into the near corner for Hertog. Hertog will skate it to center, pass behind Eng, but off the boards. Eng will play it in deep. Russ creating pressure down deep. Lawrence coming away with a loose puck again. Megan Lawrence skating through center, gets. That's actually a really bad call. Megan Lawrence reached out and grabbed Hertog's stick and took them both to the ice.
Well, sometimes you get the calls when those things happen. And now Irondale, with a minute left, is going to get an opportunity. I don't know if it got caught.
Okay,
yeah, I think it might have been.
got in there a little deep, and it looked to me the first time that she might have grabbed hold of it and kept it in there, but she didn't. And now a late power play for the Irondale Knights. Harris gets it to Bana. Bana one-on-one against King. King able to poke check it free. Plays it back out to center. Taken away by Bana. Skates away from a couple stick checks, plays it in deep. To get off, get a breather. Pass too far in front of King, but Coon Rapids unable to step up in time to take advantage. King back out, skips away from Donovan. Geary goes into the corner hard. LeBaco tying up a couple of Knights in there. Precious seconds on that power play ticking away. And precious seconds on the period ticking away. The buzzer sounds. We've played two. We're tied again. This one's coming down to the third period. It's 2-2 Irondale versus Coon Rapids in the 2010 Knights Cup Championship. We'll be back with more from the Super Rink right after this.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
It's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Welcome back to the Super Rink. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. We played two periods of hockey, and the score is knotted up at 2. Irondale 2, Coon Rapids 2. I'm here with head coach for the Knights, Tom Roderwald. And Tom, talk about some of the things that you're seeing through two periods. This game is definitely as advertised. Two very good teams. Neither one wants to give up possession.
Yeah, what we said earlier about Coon Rapids and their speed, if we can keep them on the outside, we got a chance. And every time they got in the middle, that's when our things broke down and we got into a lot of trouble. So, our goal is still the same, trying to keep them on the outside, but that's very hard for how big and strong and fast they are.
Talk about your goaltending. I think she's played so well in net tonight. Stopped a couple opportunities. Obviously, that penalty kill shot or penalty shot, and also the breakaway earlier across the crease got a good pad on it.
Yeah, Jillian has been our anchor there for 3 years, and she's been in big games, and obviously, someone we lean on a lot. We have a young team, and we're going to make mistakes, but she's going to save us more often than not.
Any other things that you're thinking about making, any adjustments or anything coming out here in the third period?
We're constantly adjusting right now. We got to find who can go, who has their legs. We're trying to find some depth as we go, and girls are stepping up, but it's a constant rotation right now.
Thanks, Coach. I'll let you go back, talk to your girls. Good luck in the third period. We're going to take a quick break and be back with stats and highlights right after this.
Fire rescue, all call 2340 Northdale Boulevard. A 2-car personal injury accident. Extrication is needed.
Inspector 12 arriving at the high school, confirming 2-vehicle accident, checking for injuries. Incoming units, we have a 2-vehicle accident, 6 persons involved. 2 appear to be walking wounded, 1 dead, 1 serious and 1 critical. Extrication will be needed. Inspector 12 come in. Inspector 12 advised PD that seeing alcohol bottles and smell of whiskey. Advise PD we may have drinking involved with this accident.
You okay? You okay? Are you okay? No. Okay, what's going on? Help will be here in just a minute, okay?
Just go to my brother. I don't think he's breathing.
Okay, we'll check him. Darren, Derek. Okay, you just hang in there. You'll be fine. What happened? Okay, stay in the car. Don't move. Everybody's okay? Don't move. Stay in the car. Okay, stay in the car. Got a head and neck injury here. Possible DOA. The other car's got a massive head injury in the rear.
All right, that might be a little uncomfortable, okay? And we're gonna slide you up, okay? Okay, ready? I'm gonna have my partner grab the neck. Ready? Okay, there we go.
How much drinking has there been going on tonight?
Extricate off the driver's side of the red vehicle. You don't want to pull your head off the glass. We're going to be breaking the glass here real quick. Another blanket. All right, there we go. Let's fold this door down. Pat, this one's for you.
We were drinking and we were just driving and I thought we were. Oh my gosh! Did we hit that car?
Look at me. Tell me what happened.
We were driving and I lost control. I didn't see the other car and we hit. I guess did we hit? Are they okay?
Yep, they're fine. They're fine. Come on over here with me.
Right.
How much did you have to drink tonight?
Like 2 or 3. Like it was just I was just buzzed.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 18.
All right, we're clear.
Is she conscious?
Why don't you go back to the ambulance there?
Keep going. That's good. Okay, what was your first name again?
Jake. Yeah.
Jake, you're under arrest. You're
Okay.
.26.
And one more time.
Okay, bring your hands around behind your back.
Rachel!
You're going to go down to Mercy Hospital and we're going to request blood draw from you, all right?
Okay.
See if you can find his license.
Kathy in the other car. She's complaining of right wrist pain.
A lot of alcohol. You could document the bottles.
This is serious stuff. Someone could really get injured and change their lives forever.
You okay?
There's too many students that think they're invincible and that it'll never happen to them.
How much drinking has there been going on tonight?
Coon Rapids High School has a problem, just like every other high school has a problem. I mean, drinking in the high school setting is not a thing that's unique to Coon Rapids High School. What we want to get across to the kids are the consequences that could happen if you do something like this, and they're very real consequences.
Okay, stay in the car. Don't move. Everybody's okay?
I think they'll always hear, don't drink and drive, but often don't get a chance to see what happens when that decision is made. So by seeing it, a lot of kids are visual learners. They can see it, and they can say, well, I can see now what happens if we do that, if I make that decision.
All right, there we go. Let's fold this door down.
People that are drunk, unfortunately, are the ones that seem to survive. Their bodies are limp with the alcohol effect, and And unfortunately, the innocent ones die or are severely maimed for the rest of their life because of some stupid decision that the drunk person made to get behind the wheel of the car and destroy everybody's lives.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Death is permanent. That person is no longer around. So that person making that decision to get behind the wheel of the car drunk is horrible.
On the way there, I'll read you your rights.
They need to learn, early that there's a reason why the drinking age is 21. There's a reason why you don't drink and drive ever. I want students not only this weekend during prom to keep this in mind, take it to heart, but I want them to, remember it all the time. Not only when they're in high school, but when they're college, when they're 30 years old. No alcohol in your system is the best rule of thumb when you're driving. Any amount of alcohol can impair you, regardless of whether you're under the limit or not.
It is a very dangerous situation when people drink and drive, and this is as real as it can get without the real consequences.
I thought it was really educational, and it's really important for people to see what happens when you do drugs and you drink and what can really happen to your life.
It felt real in it. I mean, it absolutely felt real because obviously the rescue personnel, they're real, they're doing their job, and just all of us with all the fake blood and stuff. It was a very real experience for me personally, and so it was definitely it made me think this could happen very easily.
I really hope that the audience felt what we felt the craziness of the paramedics and the fire trucks and everything, and was affected in some way, that hopefully they won't make the same decision that the characters did in the sketch. So it's so unbelievably ingrained in my mind right now. There's no way I'll ever be able to forget this moment. So it's going to affect my choices in the future. You can't be stupid. When you're dealing with lives, you can't drink and you can't drive, and especially underage, it's stupid.
Please be careful. Don't drink and drive.
Back at the Schwann Super Rink, it's all tied at 2 after 2. Coon Rapids has had the lead twice, but twice the Knights have answered. Brenda Paskey getting the breakaway goal using her speed, beating the keeper with a quick shot, but just 39 seconds later, the Knights respond. Melissa Hansen poking one in. Kind of a scrappy one, but they all count the same. And we've seen a lot from Megan Lawrence and Rachel Bonna just fighting end to end, both creating good chances. Bonna getting a great pass across to Harris right there, and then getting the shootout opportunity on the penalty shot. And Jillian McDonald, a couple of huge saves. Both keepers have made big saves. Well, remember, Irondale led in shots on goal 8-3 after the first period.
Coon Rapids outshooting them 12-7 here in the second, so they really did a nice job of evening that up. Yep.
No penalties for either club in period number 2. We've seen the referees letting a lot of stuff go.
Well, this will be a very interesting third period. Obviously, neither team certainly running away with this game. Even one team gets a goal, the other one evens it up. So it's a third period that is obviously very important to both these squads. Both would like to remain undefeated. There's a little bit of extra motivation for Coon Rapids since the Knights knocked them out of the section playoffs last season. And certainly a motivation between number 7 for Coon Rapids and number 20 for Irondale. Future Gopher teammates would like to get the edge here in this game. And important, of course, for both goaltenders. Both goaltenders playing well, keeping their squads in this.
Well, we have seen a lot of back and forth action, and the end of the period, both of the first 2 periods, you could tell both teams a little winded, not as fresh.
Right. And of course, Irondale starting on the power play with a minute remaining in their opportunity here to start this 3rd period.
Apparently there's some wet spots out there, still waiting for the ice to harden up a little bit before we get the 3rd period underway. The officials going over to the board.
They're going to wait a little bit longer, making sure we don't have any spots that are dangerous.
Make the puck slow.
Yep.
Usually you want that to be right in front of your
Yeah,
net.
exactly. Let it
just
slide.
looking, there's a good there's a good sheen coming from the slot area at the Coon Rapids end. Doesn't look quite as damp in front of the Irondale goalkeeper, but
if it can slow down a little bit.
A little bit of puddles going on. Some Coon Rapids players going to skate through the worst of it, try and dry it up so that we can play.
Well, between you and I, there's enough hot air in this building that it should dry it up.
No, that would make it melt. That would make it even worse. They want to make it colder.
We'll get a little air circulating.
Perhaps we should take a little break and try and get back when the action starts. Irondale will start the 3rd period with 1 minute remaining on their power play. We're all tied at 2. You're watching live coverage of the. Oh, now wait, now. They're testing it.
There it goes.
Puck slides through the zone fast enough. Okay, I guess we can play.
You sure?
Now the ref's got to check it all the way down to the corner though. Nope, we're still going to wait. We're going to take that break after all. We'll be back with the 3rd period from the Super Rink right after this.
Lead paint poisoning affects over 1 million children today. Dust from lead-based paint could cause violent behavior. If your home was built before 1978, log on to leadfreekids.org.
All right, this time we're ready to play. The puck drops and the 3rd period is underway. King coming out of her own zone, passes across, skipped away from Petrangelo. Picked up by Donovan. Donovan across for Geary. She's rubbed off it by LeBaco, got it back to Lawrence. She was quickly stick checked and now played all the way down by Addie Rust.
Rust doing a nice job of just making sure she got it past the Irondale Knight players and clear it down.
King's pass broken up by Bonna walking in. Bonna, kick saved by McDonald, tried to get her own rebound, knocked off her stick by Donovan. Taken away by Bonna. Circling. Bonna to LeBaco. LeBaco shot it right into the midsection of King, who clears it out, stopped up by Walter. Remember, Coon Rapids short-handed. Geary chased behind the net. Stopped up. Got tripped up a little bit, but got the puck ahead to DeCannick. Near side for Lawrence. Penalty is over, so Coon Rapids back to full strength. Lawrence plays it in behind. Petrangelo got it to Donovan, trying to play it across as Lawrence was sneaking in on that back post. Kept in by DeCannick. Loose puck scooped up by LeBaco. Cross ice to Surt. Surt into the zone. Knocked off her stick by Geary. Donovan recovers. Ahead for Lawrence. Lawrence skating into the zone, forced wide. Save made by Amenrud. Then Lawrence crashed into the post. Good job by Amy Schlegel to get back in time to force Lawrence right into that near post. There wasn't much she could do with the puck.
I wasn't sure Schlegel was going to get back in time for that, but she was able to get a stick on that and deter her a little bit. And as you mentioned, she crashed into the net, and we'll get the face-off.
Off the draw, Donovan walking in. Save made, rebound played into the corner. Schlegel picks up the loose puck. A little slow to get up as Melissa Hansen still down in the Coon Rapids end. Schlegel around the D out front, and goal for Brenna Paskey, her second of the game.
Brenna with a nice play in the feed right through the crease, and she's able to poke it home, and Coon Rapids comes out here early in this third period and grabs the lead and tries to grab the momentum and keep it on their side.
Great end-to-end rush by Amy Schlegel. Got all the way around the defense and then slides it right across the goal crease. And there is Brenna Paskey for the one-timer in her second of the game.
Big goal for Coon Rapids, and they put the momentum back on their sideline. Still plenty of time, obviously. 15 minutes remain. This third period just starting.
And for the third time tonight, Coon Rapids has had the lead in this game. Lawrence facing off against Rust, able to tie her up. Played back to the Coon Rapids defense. Schlegel will take it away behind the net. Ahead for Eng. Cross-ice pass too deep. Picked off by Nundahl, who got it back in deep. Schlegel to Eng. Eng will send it back behind. Hammond picks it up. Ahead to Eng. Trying to get it to Rust. That didn't click. Played back in by DeCannick. Schlegel plays it right back out. Nundahl had to bounce off her stick. Harris had it in her skates. Kicked it Ag. Puts a shot on. Not a lot on it. Jillian McDonald easily covers up for the faceoff.
Harris not able to control the puck, and had she been able to, she may have a nice opportunity to go in on net. Nonetheless, Coon Rapids will take the faceoff to the left. Jillian McDonald.
Bonna at the dot against Donovan. Donovan able to tie her up, play it back to Jiri. Behind for King. King stick check, gets it out to center, off the skate to LeBeko, recovered by Hertog. Off the boards for Harris, touched it, and there's Bonna. Bonna trying to get around Jiri. Plays it out front. Out front was Cert being dragged down, no call. Donovan had it poked away by LeBeko and now plays it in deep. Hertog going to throw this one the length. We'll get a face-off back in the Coon Rapids end.
Well, consistency.
Trying to create. Rachel Bonna got around. I don't know that she was really hauled down. I think she may have gotten her feet tangled up there. A good no call by the officials. Hammond playing it ahead to hang up the boards. Flips it to center, broken up by DeCannick. She dumps it in. Walter back to center and flips it all the way in. Walter will beat everybody to the puck. Now dumps it into the corner for Paskey. Knocked off her stick. DeCannick takes behind. Chased by Angdow. Able to maintain control and get it to Madeline Rogg. She's tied up. DeCannick had it back. Rogg able to get it to center. Ahead for Lawrence. Lawrence. Tied up. Taken down. No call.
Well, the Irondale fans wanted it.
Well, these refs really aren't. Unless it's a blatant penalty, apparently they are not going to call it. I'm not complaining. Just calling it like I see it. 4 penalties so far in this game. One, Megan Lawrence, the one for Irondale. I guess Megan Lawrence was when she hauled Bonna down on the breakaway. But and Bonna ended up with Sticks getting tied up in there with
Yeah,
Lawrence and Ammon.
She was already going to the ice.
That was after being bumped by Katie Wolter. So there's a lot of contact there.
As you mentioned, they're letting them play. They're just that fine line you have to cross to get the penalty called against you.
Well, they leave a lot to ref's discretion as far as the amount of bodily contact. Tronson across for Hanula. Played it in. Poked along the boards by the Knights. Can't be seen by the announcers. Played out to center ice, though. This is Alex Topol carrying it into the zone. Her shot deflected up over the cage. Bonna sends it ahead to Surt along the board. Tied up there near the blue line. Poked to center. Donovan tried to clear it in, and it rang right off the face mask of Lindsey King. Donovan lost the handle. Tracks it back down. Flips it ahead into the Coon Rapids zone. Schlegel, long pass to Surt at center. Tried to send Bonna in, but didn't get the right angle on it. Tipped off the stick. Here's Bonna with a steal. Bonna skating to center, leads it for Surt. A shot off the post. Great setup by Bonna for Surt. Surt a good shot, but rang it off the post. Paskey puts it in, and McDonald covers it up.
You know, if you're a Knight, you have to be so concerned where number 7 is that you watch her. She left that great pass for Surt. She's going to come here, and you got to be so concerned about what she's going to do. And there's the pass right off the post. Great opportunity for Coon Rapids.
Great little drop pass, and Jillian McDonald breathing a sigh of relief.
One thing, Coach,
thanking her medal friends.
Yeah, her post. One thing Coach Christofferson mentioned to me today, Joe, is the fact that this team is really starting to believe that they can succeed. And she wasn't sure exactly in the first couple of games, but after last night and I think here tonight, certainly that they're playing well, and obviously up 3-2 with 11:10 remaining.
Oh, we put a couple of players in the box here.
Surt. I can't see who for Irondale. Just sitting down, I can't see a number.
Played in by Paskey. Eng tied up with Ducanic behind the net. Couple of players going down in a heap. That's Addie Rust and Greta Nundahl. Icing is the call. It'll bring the faceoff back to the Irondale end.
Donovan in the box for the Knights? Nope.
No, that is Rachel Stimler.
Okay. I saw a 2, and I wasn't sure if that was another 2 or a 3 and a 2.
Lawrence against Bonna at the faceoff dot. Lawrence able to win it this time. Donovan played it into the corner. Tronson plays it behind. Harris can't get to it. King troubled in that corner. Played up the boards, and here comes Lawrence. Lawrence forced to take it around behind. Bumped by the turnaround shot for Petrangelo. Not a lot on it. Played to the corner. Donovan will send it back in deep. Bonna recovers. Bonna head too far for Tronson. Bonna gets it right back. Bonna around Donovan into the zone. Trying to get it out front. Harris couldn't get a stick there. King gets it out to center ice, stopped up, and Bonna will play it back in deep. Jerry is rubbed, continues to play it up the board. Paskey stops it up, take it out to center. Now the Cardinals bring it up the near side. Petrangelo to center and dumps it in. Eng will play it back behind. 9:20 to play third period. Eng will play it through center. Decanic at her own blue line, pressured by Paskey. Donovan gets the pass ahead to Topol. Into the zone, taken away by Tronson. Coon Rapids leading this Knights Cup Championship game 3-2. Early goal in the period by Brenna Paskey, her second of the game. Lawrence tips it off the stick of Ammon behind the net. Nundahl played it up the boards. Ammon will stop it up there. Buckley comes away with the loose puck, trying to get around Lawrence. They both go down. And here's Topol to center. Knocked off her stick by Ammon. Welty there to help out. Puck played along the boards. Topol turns with it again. Topol out looking for Lawrence, knocked away by Bana. Played out past Jiri and into center ice. And right back in.
Now Bana did a nice job of just getting in the passing lane, getting a stick on that puck, and knocking it away.
Jiri, long cross-ice pass. Hansen gets it ahead to Lawrence, knocked off her stick, but right back to Hansen. Hansen out front, Nominard covers it up.
With a couple players rushing in on net, Crystal Nominard does a smart thing and just covers up on that puck.
Shot on goal for that, too.
Cardinals leading in shots on goal 2018 with 7:36 remaining in this third period.
Puck play back to LeBayco off the draw. Behind for Walter, back to LeBayco. LeBayco will skate through center ice. Into the zone. Got away from her a little. King hacked at it. Loose puck picked up by Bana. Takes it toward the net. Got away from her. Harris had it momentarily. A couple of players go down. Cardinals fans love it. Hansen trying to get around behind the defense. Walter stops it up, got it to Bana. Here's Sert. Sert, chased by Donovan, plays it in deep. Decanic turning away from the pressure, plays it up the near board for Rog. Taken away by Rust. Annie Rust behind the net. Play it out to the point. Hertog shoots through traffic. Save made by McDonald, and able to dive out on the loose puck. Another face-off coming up in the Irondale end.
Cardinals doing a good job of pressuring in at the Knight net. And that time McDonald wisely, like her counterpart did, Crystal Amler did earlier, just cover up that puck. Too many red jerseys around the net.
Puck played into the corner off the draw. Eng tying up there with Nundahl. Decanic will flip it back around for Irondale. Hertog steps up and knocked it away momentarily from Stimler, but Stimler able to get it, plays it all the way down. That'll be icing.
Now 6:19 left in this game, Joe, and Coon Rapids doing a good job of hanging on so far to this one-goal lead.
Johnson able to get it to Buckley, a shot that is stopped up by Jiri. Hertrog hacking at it. Tronson plays it in deep. Panula will get there behind the net. Gets around the stick check by King. Out to the point. Big shot by Schlegel was knocked down with the blocker. Cross Hertog. Plays it in deep. Jiri behind her own net, fanned on the pass. And now pressured, steps around one and two forecheckers and gets it ahead. Here's Lawrence into the zone, got Petrangelo in the slot, a shot, and a save by the blocker of Crystal Ammerud. Schlegel skating to center, leading the rush for the Cardinals. Tipped off for stick, recovered by Bana. Bana shot up over the net. Near boards, Buckley stops it up. or Harris rather. Certain shot, a blocker save. Bonner recovers behind. Circling in the corner. Dumps it back. Harris is there. Back out to the point for Lebeco. Cross, Ammon, quick shot. Tip toward the net, but wide. Harris sending it toward the cage. Picked up by Lawrence. Lawrence will skate up the right wing. Lawrence cutting to the slot. Takes the shot up over the net. Off the end boards, it's Topol. Had it taken away by Bana. Tie up along the boards. Comes loose. Decanic walking into the high slot. Glove save, knocked down. Decanic got it back, sends it through to the near side. Picked up by Hansen. She's tied up in the corner by Bana. Donovan in there to help out, comes away with the puck. Donovan, bumped by Lebeco. Plays it through the slot. Michelle Harris will skate to center, get to the red line, and now dump it in. Coon Rapids obviously the end of a long shift looking for that line change.
And they got it.
Decanic, long pass to center ice for Hansen, who dumps it in, and the Knights will get a line change. Schlegel for Eng. Skating through the slot, plays it ahead to Paskew, tips it in deep, icing waved off. Geary chased by Rust. Rust will squeeze her to the boards, played out toward the slot area, played to the boards by Lawrence. Shot through traffic, glove down by McDonald. A lot of pushing and shoving out front. Jordan Eng is going to get the penalty for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, she got caught on that one because we've been seeing pushing in front of the net, but that time right in front of the official said, you know what, can't do that. We're going to be in the box. 2-minute power play opportunity for the Knights, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for Coon Rapids.
Nice drop pass by Paskey. There's a little look at it. Yeah,
you know, maybe if she didn't do the second one, maybe she wouldn't have got the penalty call. But nonetheless, she's in the box and a big opportunity for the Knights. 3:29 remaining, and the Cardinals on top by a goal.
Their last power play back in the second period was pretty ineffective. We're unable to get a shot on goal. Lebeco, nice job of taking that away from Lawrence and just playing it down ice. Long pass doesn't click. That'll be icing. And at the start to the power play, the Knights would like. Had the face-off in the Coon Rapids end. Quickly cleared, and then you ice it on the power play.
Well, we've seen in this tournament so far that one-goal leads are not always safe.
No, and overtimes are
abundant.
Highly likely. Hertog gets it ahead, tipped by Bana into the zone. Donovan couldn't quite handle the pass, but gets it to Lawrence. Setting up along the midboard. Hertog attacks. She steps around her, walks in, shot hit traffic and went wide. Harris plays it to the board. Here's Bana one-on-one against Geary. Geary able to knock it off her stick, but Bana still has it and sends it across in front of McDonald.
Wow. A great opportunity for the Cardinals shorthanded.
Getting it ahead for Lawrence. 1 minute remaining in the power play. Goes through the legs on Hertog. Skates around to the far side. Trying to drive the lane, a shot that goes wide. Donovan plays it in, and then stops it up when Lebeco tries to clear it. Play it across. Nothing on that from Lawrence, stopped up by Hertog. Gets a better shot this time, right into the midsection. Of Crystal Amender. 2:02 remaining, 33 on the power play.
Yeah, so far Irondale putting some pressure on the Cardinal net. That time Amender came up with the stop.
Timeout for, not sure which team called it, but I think probably a good timeout for either team.
Yeah. Now they're going to talk about things, and Coach Christopherson wants to get a little clarification from one of our officials. Or maybe two of our officials, and she gets it quickly.
Gonna rest that top penalty kill unit with 2 minutes left. Try and keep him out there. Rachel Bonham's had more than a couple shorthanded opportunities in tonight's contest. More girls hockey on Tuesday. That will
We're on
be
the
another
road.
really good one.
Yeah, that should be
At
very
Elk
good.
River, the Elks finished ahead of the Cardinals in the conference last year and also had a very young team. So,
led by Jonna Curtis.
and I believe they may have finished the season ranked in the metro area's top 10.
I believe they are ranked. Not sure if they're ranked. I believe they're ranked eighth or. I don't have the poll with me. Yeah, I think they're ranked 8th. We're at 1 spot ahead of Irondale at 9. You see the time left, 2:02:33 on the power play for the Knights, and Cardinals certainly like what finished off this 33 seconds and hold on to that 1-goal advantage. Head coach Tom Rodefeld talking to his squad about drawing up a play here with 33 ticks left on the power play. See what he can do about getting his squad to get the equalizer.
They have been able to do that a couple of times tonight already.
Yep. Hey, and they were trailing Eden Prairie last night 4-1 before coming back and tying it up at 4.
And now the face-off to the left to Crystal Amanrud. Interesting, after a timeout, Rachel Bonham not on the ice for that penalty kill. Paskey and Rust up front. Lawrence maybe tripped up, but no call. Paskey breaks up the pass and sends it all the way down ice. King ahead for Donovan. Fanned on the pass. Pressured by Paskey, up the boards, broken up by Rust. Rust will flip it back into the zone. 10 seconds remaining in that Irondale advantage. Cross ice to Donovan. She's bumped, gets it across for Lawrence, walking in through traffic. Save made, penalty over.
A good job by the Cardinals to work those 2 minutes off the clock on the penalty kill. And they're within a minute of 18 of winning.
And
this
first
tournament.
on the ice for the for Hertog coming out of the box, of course, Rachel Bonner. And now this young lady probably getting a little tired, been out there for almost this entire 2-minute period, power play even with the break. Lawrence lost it to the near boards. Geary had it knocked off her stick, got it to Donovan though. Bonner picks it up. There goes McDonald out of the cage. Shot tipped wide into the near corner. Cardinals able to get it out of the zone. Surt gets it to the red line. And now played back, Schlegel. Her shot attempt was blocked. Comes loose, Surt gets it into the zone. 20 seconds left, cross ice, got away from Donovan. Lebeco pokes it back to center. Knocked down by Harris. Played in deep by Rogg. 10 seconds left. Lebeco will be more than happy to just try and pinch it. Lawrence comes away with a knocked off her stick by Bonner, and that'll do it. Coon Rapids is going to hold on for a 3-2 win. A great contest for this Knights Cup championship between two heavy hitters.
Absolutely.
And they left it all out on the ice tonight.
They really did. And give credit to the Cardinals. They came out in the third period. They scored that goal to get the advantage at 3-2, and they did a great job of holding off the Knights. And you look at the fact that, you have that penalty on the Cardinals, and they were able to stave that off as well. And Coon Rapids will keep their record perfect at 4-0.
First loss of the season for the Irondale Knights. Yesterday's win over Eden Prairie in a shootout will actually go officially on their record as a tie. So they are 3-1-1. The Cardinals now 4-0, celebrating the 3-2 win. We'll take a short break, try and get some reaction for you right after this.
There's a monster in my bathtub. There's one on the couch. There's a monster on my bed.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack.
Please make the monsters go away.
Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
I got mine.
Yeah, I got mine. So did I.
It's called community immunity.
I got mine.
I never miss mine.
And can protect everyone from an epidemic.
I got mine.
I always get mine.
But it only works
Yo lo tuve.
if you do your part.
I got mine.
Me too. When you get a flu shot, we all benefit.
Did you get yours?
Join the crowd and be prepared for the flu this season. Go to readyanokacounty.us for more information.
I got mine.
After I reminded you.
Let's turn over this log. Yeah. Whoa! I like the big black ones. I like the brown wiggly ones.
I like the green crunchy ones myself.
Whoa.
Get out and explore nature. There's surprises everywhere. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Anyone up for dessert?
There's a place, not so far away, a place where you don't have to keep the volume down. You'll find all sorts of creatures in this place without have to. The silly you, the proud you. You may even meet the curious you. Ask your parents to take you to this not-so-far-away place. Come to the forest, where the other you lives. But first, stop by discovertheforest.org.
When I need you, I just close my eyes and I'm with you. And all that I so wanna give you, it's only a
You don't have to be a hero to be a hero. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Back at the Schwann Super Rank, Coon Rapids holds on for a 3-2 win over Irondale in Irondale's very own Knight Cup Championship. The Knights had a power play to start the third period. Megan Lawrence, a decent opportunity. But Coon Rapids, not long after that penalty expired, great end-to-end rush by Amy Schlegel, and she finds Brenna Paskey at the back door. Paskey, her second goal of the game, and it turned out to be the game winner, although there were plenty of highlights outside of that. Cert ringing one off the post after a great setup by Bana. Knights putting on some decent pressure. A lot of good action at both ends of the ice, and Coon Rapids ends up 25-22 with the advantage in shots. Never saw their power play in this game. The Knights had 4. They had one of their goals come on that power play, so they were 1 of 4 with 4 power play shots. Coon Rapids doing a nice job on the penalty kill, considering how dangerous Megan Lawrence is. They lost sight of her on one of those power plays, and it came back to haunt them. That tied the game in the first period. Teams exchanged goals in the second, and Cardinals get one 2 minutes into the third to get the victory. And now I think they are ready down in the corner, so I will throw it down to my partner, Howie Shapiro, who's with one of the stars and the coach for the Cardinals.
Thanks, Joe. Yes, I am here with one of the stars and the coach of the Cardinals. Coon Rapids victorious 3-2 winner over Irondale. To my left is Brenna Paskey. To my right, of course, Coach Jessica Christofferson. Brenna, I'm going to speak to you first. 2 goals. Talk about how that win feels for you guys tonight.
It feels great. We're 4-0, and it's a good season so far.
I think one of the turning points, you guys came out and you've got that goal in the third period, but you really held them off. A lot of pressure for Megan Lawrence in that third period and a couple of other players. You guys did a really good job, and a lot of hats off to your goaltender, Crystal Almonroot, as well.
Oh, yes. She's doing great. Yeah.
Well, thanks. Congratulations. Good luck on Tuesday night against Elk River. Coach, what a big win for you guys.
It is. Our kids showed a lot of guts tonight. We didn't play our best game, and again, just like on last night, they found a way to win. So.
Talk about that third period. I was talking with Brent about the fact that you guys came out and you scored that third goal, and then we saw you guys give up a couple once you took the advantage. The fact that you didn't, especially that penalty that you killed off at the end.
Yeah, the penalty actually worked to our advantage because we could really kill the clock, just icing the puck. But we told them after the second period, go out there, we're getting chances, get a goal, and then shut them down. We just wanted to play our level and make them adjust to what we were doing.
Well, you're going to get sick of us because we're going to be there on Tuesday night against Elk River. Briefly, talk a little bit about that contest. I mean, obviously celebrate the win tonight, but you got to look forward to Tuesday as well.
Exactly. Elk River's a very, very good team. They're going to be near the top of this conference when it's all said and done. Jonna Curtis is one of the best players in the state as well, and it's just, we got to keep building. We got to get better every day.
Well, congratulations. Great win for you guys. We're going to throw it right back to my partner, Joe Young.
Well, I appreciate it. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. A big win for the Cardinals in the Knights Cup Championship, 3-2 over Irondale to keep their undefeated season alive. But that's going to do it. Here's what we have coming up. As Howie mentioned, we'll be at Elk River on Tuesday. 2 of the top teams in the Northwest Suburban Conference butting heads. Then we see our first other sport on Friday as the other sports get into action next week. Boys basketball taking on Forest Lake. We'll have that one live. Then girls basketball, first look at new head coach Tony Jezanowski and her squad this season. They'll be at Maple Grove on Tuesday the 7th. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Super Rink, it's the Cardinals 3, the Knights 2. Want to thank everyone out there for joining us and continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.